Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 13, Episode 4. My lipstick looks a little weird because I put it on this morning. I have not replaced it, so I know it looks. I grabbed and ate a sandwich, and had dinner, and this is what's left with. So we're gonna leave that be. So if you have not done so already, please come. And it's like midnight right now. But if you have not done so already, please come on to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff and whatnot. Okay. Do not forget to also like this video, comment in the comment section. You can also share it on your social media by hitting the little share button. You can follow me on IG and Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. The link to all of my social medias is in the description box below. And you can always remember to relax, to relate, to release, okay? To center yourself and everyone around you. And always remember to inhale and exhale. To always breathe it on now and whatnot. Okay, let's get started here. So we see Cynthia, Mal, and Kenya go do some yoga. You know what I'm saying? Some downward dog, some stretches to the left and stretch to the right. You know, all those things that clearly none of them do on a regular basis because they was like, is this a beginner's class? I'm like, I don't know. So as they sit and chit chat after yoga and everything, Cynthia brings up how it's so challenging right now for her with the wedding plan and everything because, it's just a lot going on. Now, Mal brings up how there's just different points of how each person feels about the wedding. I feel like Cynthia and Mike should still get married on 10/10/20, even if it cannot be this large wedding at this large ass location that Cynthia keeps bugging people about or whatever. Now, Cynthia feel like I think if we can't have the big wedding at the big location on 10/10/20 because of COVID restrictions, that me and Mike should go back to the drawing board and make a new plan. I'm like, but that's stupid. It's like, why can't you still get married on that day and have something small? Save your money for something bigger later. That's what makes most common ass sense to me. But I've said before, common sense is the most expensive thing on any menu, and people can't afford that shit because Cynthia is tripping. Now, Kenya, but she also brings up how, she's not saying that she don't want to marry him. She's not saying, I don't want to marry you unless it's on this day and on this at this location. But I do want what I want, including you. I still want to marry you or whatever. Now, Kenya, in my opinion, was being messy. But Cynthia, you're saying that you want to have it on the show. You don't want to have it if it's on a big show. She was saying how Cynthia only wanted this big wedding for the show, for Housewives of Atlanta, whatever. And all you care about is the show filming it. And Cynthia said, well, let's break the fourth wall. That ain't true. Not at all. And Cynthia made a whole great point. Like, the show did not tell me to have a big wedding. It did not tell me to get married. It did not even tell me to get divorced in the first damn place. So I don't think Kenya saying that has any truth to it. But I will go back to my man and talk to my man and make a whole plan. I'm like, Cynthia and anybody, why is any of y'all listening to Kenya? Okay, Kenya can't fix her own marriage. Kenya had a whole little small wedding on the island by herself, and her husband been hiding ever since. I'm like, there's a few things I will listen to Kenya about. A Miss America pageant, or USA, whichever one she is. How to say Kenya more hair care, because she said it real well. And how to build a house, because her house looks amazing. The one thing I would not listen to her about is about a man in a wedding. Okay, truth be told. Okay, I'm my girl, bye. Now we then see Kenya and Kandi meet up for lunch. Okay, the chit chat and everything. And Kenya, I was talking with Cynthia, and she has all these wedding issues with the date or whatever. Like, it means so much to her to have this big old wedding, I'm saying, and she might not want to get married on that day and blah, 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 blah. And I'm my girl, bye. And Kandi made a great point. Cynthia's last wedding was a shit show. Okay, she was broke at that point in time. They had money issues. issues. It was all kind of issues surrounding that wedding and that marriage. And so now that she has money, she wants to have a whole different feeling. And when Kandi said that and put it in that aspect, I completely get Cynthia's kookiness and dumbness, in my opinion, to be so specific about how she wants it to be. But I forgot how bad the first wedding was, and I think she's trying to make up for it this time. Okay, so I get that, but girl, it's COVID. Okay, Cynthia, it's COVID. And as we know, she had this big ass wedding on that not dumbass day, but on that day and whatnot. Anyway, they move on from that or whatever. Kenya brings up how she wants to have an event for Cynthia to make up for basically almost potentially ruining Cynthia's engagement to Mike before. Okay, remember at the party, she was like, I think he's gonna propose today, when she knew he was. Bitch. So she did not ruin it, but she could have and whatnot or whatever. And people were pissed about that. So she then says, well, I want you, Kandi, to help me. Like, if you can send out the invites and tell people to come, because I think if you do that, they'll come and they'll be on time. She's like, oh, you want me to do that, because if you do it, they probably won't come at all. Yeah, that's true. Well, I think I'm on good terms with everybody. No, you're not. No, you're not. Anyway, so they still chit-chatting about, okay, well, who all can you invite? Who all coming? I feel like if you are having an event for Cynthia, the people invited should be people who Cynthia is cool with. If you ain't cool with them, Kenya, it should not matter. Has anyone talked to Porsha? Because I heard that she got arrested again. And Ken, what you mean by that? Like, why did you say it like that? Well, I mean, it seemed like they fighting, and it ain't the right way, because I see them and they don't have no mask on. And Kenny brings up how, things are changing day by day. Like, nobody fully knows what to do or to not do, to wear a mask, to not wear a mask. And there's a lot going on, but at least she out there protesting or whatever. Now, she also brings up, Kandi does, how, Porsha's out there keeping Breonna Taylor's name on the forefront and everything, how she's out here protesting, and that is what matters. The fact that Bravo cut out Kenya saying that it seemed like Porsha keeps putting herself in a position to get arrested, that's what she meant by Porsha got arrested again. Because of the backlash that I think came about when they had it in the clip, the snippet of whatever. That's why they cut it out. She said it, okay? Kenya wholeheartedly said that it seemed like she's putting herself in a position to be arrested. Kenya, a part of going to protest is knowing I may get arrested if I go protest, because as we see what happened at protests, you can possibly be arrested. Okay, dummy. That's what happens. If you go to if you can go to a protest about a 2 for $5 chicken sandwich at Checkers. If you are protesting at someone's place of employment or even in public, if you can be protesting in your own goddamn house, it is a possibility that you can be arrested. So to say that she's putting herself in a position to be arrested, she is, simply by protesting, bitch. I'm like, Kenya, you are so dumb, D. That's why Brock don't like your ass. Anyway, so that whole thing in where, Kenny saying she will invite the ladies to the event because nobody like Kenya. Drew and her husband are trying counseling again. Now, first of all, let me show you Drew's new confessional look. I like this look. I like the wig. I like the makeup. Okay, now she looks a bit orange, but it works. I think it's the light. I'm going to leave that be. The shirt is very busy, but I love it. Now, it do look like either two balloons is up on her chest or two ghosts is holding her titties up. I don't know which one it is. She could just have really great breasts. I'm not sure, again. But I still love this look. Okay, it's very chic. I love the cut of the wig and everything. I love it. Orange face and all. But it's not orange. It's like, no, she looks golden. Okay, she looks golden. And I really hope with this shirt that she has on, like some emerald green pants. Yes, some emerald green pants that has a pink stripe going down the side. okay? And then the heels is like the same color as the shirt. I would love that. Yeah. That's what I hope. But I like this look. I'm sorry, y'all know I'm fashion girl right now. Anyway, her and her husband Ralph is gonna have counseling with a counselor again. Okay. Now they were sitting up there talking to her mama about the reason they are going to counseling or whatever. And she brings up how we went to counseling before a few times, and every time we go, he stops doing the work. He wants to stop the counseling. And the way that when the new counselor came and knocked on the door, and he then said, "Oh, that's probably the counselor. We can stop this conversation right now. Thank you." The way he kind of instructed her to stop talking and then tapped her arm like, okay, honey, let's stop. I'm like, you are not her boss. I don't like it. I don't like him, okay? And I know they may have fixed it or whatever, but something about him I don't like. Anyway, the counselor's name is Love or whatever, and they sit down in the backyard, and she asked, like, what are y'all goals that y'all would like to see in the marriage to be worked on? And Drew says she wants, transparency. She wants genuine love for her son, who was not biologically his, and she wants some more peace and love and less anger. And she's like, what do you mean by, the genuine love for your son? And she explains how, one, she just never wants her son to feel like the love that Ralph has for him is different than the love that Ralph has shown for his biological children with Drew. She don't want her son to feel different. Okay, she brings up how, I can see he's raised him to be a man, but there's a point in where I feel like there's a disconnect with the way he shows love and affection to him. Like he has to embrace him, and I don't see that happening as much as I want to. And even though Drew said, I get that there's a little bit of a disconnect due to, him not being biologically his, I'm like, girl, Drew, don't you give that man no goddamn excuse to not be a good stepfather to your son. I told her before, the man who I call father technically was my stepfather. However, it ain't nobody on God's green earth who actually knew that, because we were always treated like he was our birth father. He never treated us any different. Okay, so my thing is, a person does not have to have a disconnect solely because that child is not theirs. When you step in to be a step parent, you are supposed to love that child like they were your own. I don't like that she knows that there's a difference in how he treats that one son to where she had to bring it up. If you know that, bitch, leave him. Don't let that man put in any shape, way, or form a thought in your son's mind that he's less than that man's bio children. I don't like it or whatever. Anyway, as far as the transparency, she's like, I just want where he's coming and going or whatever. Like, let me know what's going on. Like, are you going to Tampa? Let me know. He's fucking somebody in Tampa. Okay, you can't tell him he isn't there without. Okay, so Ralph says for him, what he wants to see in their marriage, okay, he says respect and sex. I said, oh, just like a motherfucker around here. Okay, he say I would want sex a minimum of 3 times a week, and that's being conservative. I can agree on that. I feel like when you have in-house, it should be often. However, they have kids, so it's not the same as me, there are no kids who live here. So I feel like single people fuck every day. Younger folk fuck every day. You don't fuck 5 days a week or 5 times a week when there are 3 kids in the house, a mother-in-law, your wife broke her damn foot or whatever happened with her foot or whatnot. That's just stupid. Like, that's why his ass fucking somebody in Tampa. Anyway, he also brings up, as far as respect, he would want Drew to stop or to not emasculate him, because he feel like Drew treats him how her mom treated Drew's father, and that won't work with him. Ralph needs him a Vembot, okay? Like from Austin Powers, he needs a robot who can just fuck him, suck him, feed him, and let him go to Tampa. Because he cannot want a regular human being to just be like, dude, you act like an asshole. He's a whole asshole. Ralph is a whole asshole. And when he brings up how he feel like she treats him like her mom treats her dad, and she gives reasons as to why she don't see it that way. And the way he kind of rubbed her shoulder real fake, like, oh, it's gonna be okay. And I'm like, I don't like him. And now they're both just kind of aggravated with each other because, again, they're giving difference of opinion. And so the doctor then say, well, how about we talk about y'all past? Girl, Ralph goes into how, his father left when he was young or whatever. So he ended up having to be the man of the house as he got older or whatever. And then how when he was like a senior in, I don't know, either high school or college, I'm not sure, how he felt like his mom was never affectionate enough and she did not appreciate him helping her as the man of the house. And because his mother, who birthed him and he stayed with her when her and the father separated, because she did not appreciate him helping her, that he told her, if you can't appreciate me and or whatever, I'm gonna leave and go live with dad. And then he left. He then said, I left and my mom was evicted. Okay, and it was not until she was evicted that she apologized and said she was sorry to me for not appreciating me and what I did for her. He then brings up, on the other side, his father lost his job and they had like not a lot to eat or whatnot. I'm like, first of all, the fact that you allowed your mother to be evicted just so that she would feel sorry enough to apologize for you because you stopped helping her makes you a piece of shit. If she had supported you and birthed you and didn't murder you, why would you feel, girl? Our parents birthed us and they gave us the most they could give us. You can't then be upset because your mama not sucking your dick and kissing your ass when you helping her around the house. So you left and then so I'm gonna leave and let you get evicted because I know you can't survive on your own. What kind of person does that? Girl, a fucking psychopath, that's who. Anyway, the doctor feels as if, oh, so you left your mom, you felt like she did something wrong, you left, and then she said sorry. He's like, well, yeah. She says, well, that's maybe the reason why sometimes he leaves when he's mad with Drew, because he feel like if I leave people, they then say sorry and I get what I want. I don't like Ralph, and I really don't think Drew thought about this before she allowed them cameras in their house. Even though online and on her social media, her and her husband is showing a united front, your husband will never recover from being the asshole this season if he don't fix himself. Now, if they get a new season and they're on the next season, let's see if he's still an asshole. But right now, we don't fuck with him. Okay, anyway, and I feel like the doctor making excuses for Ralph pissed me off because Drew was like, I work on myself. I even went to counseling, like personal counseling, because I have to be in a mentally strong place solely to be supportive to him. But he won't work on himself to make it easier for me. And the doctor then said, well, we're just starting counseling right now. You can't base it off on anything he's done in the past. But you just asked that man about his past. So does the past matter, or does it not matter? That doctor, I don't like her. She can go. Exit stage left. I'm my girl, bye. It was a crock of bullshit on all levels, point blank period. Because when Drew was crying, like, I try my best to be strong, and she's crying, like makeup down her face, crying or whatever, and he's sitting there looking like, he didn't say and do shit. The doctor didn't say, so, Ralph, what do you want to do in this moment? The fact that she had to ask him, what you want to do? Your wife was here crying. What should you do? He's slow. Oh. It's okay. It's okay. I'm like, girl. He aggravates. Look, at the end of the day, Drew needs to leave Ralph. Point blank, period. Okay? Let him go. Be gone. I don't care. Girl, how did he not get cussed out? Drew mama should have came out and cussed his ass out. Anyway, Lauren calls Cynthia. And she calls Cynthia and Kandi, and she invites them to a surprise party for Porsha. She wants to surprise Porsha with a party, just thanking her and celebrating her because she's been protesting a lot recently. She had been arrested a few times or whatever. So this is like a thank you. You're doing a great job and whatnot. So Kandi was out with Marlo and Tanya. No. Marlo and Toya. She was with whatever. So Lauren said, okay, you can invite them or whatever. Well, because she likes Marlo. but Kandi asked if Toya can come. Now on the phone with with Cynthia, Cynthia said, "Well, is Kenya invited?" And she says, well, I didn't plan to invite her. No, are you trying to bring her?" She's like, "Well, yeah, I would bring her with me." Well, if she can come with good intentions or whatever, because I don't want it to be anything except good vibes. So, if she can come in that tone, then fine. Okay. So Cynthia then calls Kenya and invites Kenya. Kenya then said the first words out of Kenya, "Let me have my own party for myself to celebrate what I do." I'm looking like, but you don't do shit. You don't do shit. Kenya, girl, this season will be one of Kenya gonna catch so much heat at the reunion for things that she said on the show, but I'm gonna leave that be. We then see Porsha and Tanya and Marlo hanging out at the Juice and Bar, mainly because Tanya has asked girl, Lauren asked Tanya to get Marlo and for them to have Porsha out the house so they have time to stuff for the party. So again, they sitting around the juice bar, whatever, chit chatting and whatnot. And Marlo do ask, "Well, how you and Dennis doing? What's going on with y'all?" "Girl, we broke up." "Oh, for now?" "No, no, no. Girl, for real, y'all it's gonna be 30 days, or I promise y'all within this time y'all be back together." She's like, "No, we co-parenting right now, whatever." And he be sending me co-parenting gifts, meaning he want to get me back and send me gifts, but he know I won't accept a take me back gift. So he'll send a gift to say, like, it's a purse, say, "Oh, you can't wear this purse to jail," or, "Oh, this is a purse to say thank you so much for being a great parent, I'm a great mom to Pilar." So again, I mean, whatever, because we did see them take some cute little family photos around Christmas. Now that don't mean they back together, but at least it means they are able to co-parent effectively and whatnot. So we then see Kenya at home getting ready for the surprise party for Porsha thrown by Lauren, okay? That Porsha has no idea about. So Cynthia then calls her and they say 1 hour before Porsha's party, okay? And then Cynthia called like, "Hey, I got a text from Lauren," and Lauren said that she doesn't think that you should come to the party. Like, she just doesn't want a chance that you could possibly ruin it for Porsha. What? Who would do that? But who rescinds a party invite? The person who having a party? If I have a party, at any time before I put you out, I have the right to put you out, to uninvite you, or ask you to leave. It's my prerogative. Anyway, so she's upset. Girl, she's mad. "Did y'all know about this?" Asking her production. It was like, "No, we just found out too, or whatever." "Well, someone can pay for my makeup, my hair." I'm like, "Bitch, you. That's on you." I don't think that anybody should pay for hair and makeup because you chose to go to an event you were invited to. Now, I get it's an event being thrown for the show, but I'm like, did the show ever pay for the hair? Did the show ever pay for their hair and makeup? If not, girl, the fuck bye. Anyway, so she hangs out with Cynthia, who says, "Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what she told me." Now, Lauren posted on social media after the episode aired that she told Cynthia, or she texted Cynthia back like a couple hours after she invited Kenya, to say, "I don't think she should come." It wasn't like she didn't wait to do it until the day of the party. Now, do I think Cynthia waited? Yes. I think Cynthia wanted, like, "Well, can I get her to come? Maybe, could be, should be." And Lauren said, "No, I don't think you should have her come," and whatnot. Anyway, Kenya then calls Kandi to ask Kandi to make sure to mention about the party she wants to have for Cynthia at Porsha's event, because again, she ain't coming because Lauren, took back the invite. Did she? Oh my God, really? Yes, I can't believe that. And Kenya then says out her own mouth, "The whole party is self-serving and fake. It's just a photo op. How is it that Porsha always gets arrested on camera?" And Kenny said, "You know what? If that's how you feel, you shouldn't come anyway, because why would you want to come?" And then you might say that at the party. I would never say something like that at an event production in place all the time that Kenya has said or done something horribly foolish at someone else's event, including the time she came with a marching band, "Kenya More Hair Care," to Marlo's hair event. So for Kenya to say, "I would never do something crazy at somebody else's event," yes, you would. And this is the thing. Kenya is going off about how she feels as if Porsha is fake, but you wanted to go to the party. If you felt like it's a photo op, why did you go? If you feel like she is not genuinely protesting, then why are you so offended that you can't come to the event? Kenya, you are full of shit. Kenya is so miserable in her own life. She's looking for reasons to fuck with people. Like, anybody who has seen who Porsha was before and who Porsha is now, you can see there's growth in her. And you can see, like many other people, what happened to people this summer changed everyone. Okay? And to question someone based on, oh, she always gets arrested on camera. Bitch, it was cell phones. People, the reason people keep being arrested on camera is to bring awareness to the issues, bitch. It's called making sure people see what's going on. It's the reason why so many black people who are being killed is being filmed. Because if there's not evidence of it, bitch, no one would know. So yes, when they are protesting, everyone has their phones out. So in case something goes on, there's evidence of the crooked ass cops doing some dumb shit. Kenya, you are going up the wrong road on the wrong day for the wrong topic at the wrong time. You cannot make it seem as if anyone is mislabeling you, misquoting you, or anything, bitch. It is strictly up to you for the bullshit that you're saying. And it's so dumb. It's so dumb to question people who are protesting. And you're questioning it because you can't come to a party. Clearly, you don't like Porsha. So why do you want to come? She aggravated me. Anyway, we do see the party going. Candy's there, Cynthia, whatever. They bring up how, Kenya can't come. And Ken's like, you know what, by the way, she was talking on the phone with me today. Like, it's a good thing she's not here. Meaning, she didn't mean Porsha no fucking good. Because that's how she felt. Void of Lauren not inviting her, that's how she felt. And this isn't Porsha's party. Lauren planned it. But your issues with Porsha, bitch, how? But I'm going to let that go. Anyway, we do see Toya and Fallon get there. Toya's just as messy as Kenya. Because when Fallon gets there, and brings up how her husband has 8 kids, together. Excuse me, he has 5 kids, she has 3, so it's 8 total. Toya then say, how old is your husband? And she's like, oh, he's 50, like maybe 50, 56 maybe. I knew it. You look like someone who would date an older rich man. I'm looking like, you just call her like a thought. What was a thought? No. A sugar baby? How would you say that someone looks like they date rich older men? And she isn't that old. And she just happens to be a beautiful girl. And I'm like, bitch, girl, again, girl, Toya, wrong road. Anyway, Toya would have got cussed fuck out fucking with me. Bitch, fuck you, okay? Let it be known. Now they all go up front to surprise Porsha. And Porsha was wholeheartedly surprised, okay? Because Lauren had photos of Porsha from her protesting around or whatever. She had photos of their grandfather, well, Portia's grandfather, when he was protesting as well. So Porsha was just emotionally surprised. She was ugly crying. Okay, oh my God, what is all of this? What's going on? They said just a thank you for putting yourself out in the front lines. Going out there and fighting for Black lives. It is all that you have been doing recently. Oh my God, y'all don't need to thank me. And she, again, ugly crying or whatever. And I can tell Portia's tears were fully genuine. Thankfulness, sorrow because of the reason she's had to be thanked, and just like a passionate, this is what I'm doing because I want to do it and not for any other reason, but thank y'all for acknowledging it, even though I don't really need the acknowledgement or whatever. And she said, I felt awkward, being celebrated because I'm doing what I want, I'm doing what I'm doing from the heart, what I'm saying, but I'm thankful that they're, they care and whatnot. So they then go in the back and sit around because again it's a party or whatnot. Now no one is wearing a mask, but as I want to mention, at one point the show everyone was being tested like every 3 days. I think that's why some scenes we see that people are not wearing a mask, and some scenes we see they are wearing it because they started having to be tested like consistently and whatnot. Anyway, so they in the backyard sitting around chit and chat and stuff, and then Cynthia gives her the gift from Kenya, which is really a gift for Pilar. It was like a little doll or whatnot. It's like, but Kenya wanted to be here to give you her sup, but Lauren did not feel like it was wise to have her here. I felt like on a little bit of a tip, Cynthia was being messy, bringing it up because I'm looking like she ain't here, leave it be or whatever. Or this isn't the place to say that. Like, tell that to Porsha later on or whatnot. Text her that on tomorrow. Porsha, like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? No one ever knows, like, where me and Kenya are and our friendship because, again, it's always up and down. So I was like, whatever. And I agree. Kenya is the one person you like, it don't matter. Not, it don't matter. You have to be sure she not beefing with somebody before they come. But I'm going to leave that be, too. Now, at that point in time, Kandi invites everyone to this surprise event that is next week, which is really Kenya's surprise engagement dinner party to fix what she fucked up before for Cynthia. And they're like, well, what's the event? Like, what's it for? Don't worry, it's a surprise. Just wear white, be fancy white or whatever. Dress up. That's all y'all need to know. And she said, I'm not about to lie to them about what's going on or whatever because it's Kenya's party. So I'm not giving out any details. That's up to Kenya. Leave it be and whatnot. So then we see Porsha gives a whole powerful speech, okay, about how we cannot be complacent anymore, about what is happening to us as black women, or black people around the world or whatever, and we have to always do something. And I feel like if Kenya has ever thought that Porsha was on some bullshit, she has clearly never heard Porsha speak about it, because hearing Porsha speak about it, you can't think she's being fake. Period. Okay, and that was the whole episode. I'm done. Peace.